from the crowd, which is not that big actually. Well, that's not true. There's more out here.
If y'all could, just pull back to First Street. They just need people to move back to First Street. We're just trying to clear off the block. They move back to First Street, they want to move.
Yeah, so here's where we're at midday, you guys. We've been down here. I've been down here all day. We're here in front of the United States Capitol. Earlier today, we had hundreds of thousands of protesters out pushing against. All right, here we go.
I'm literally talking to a rock now. Go somewhere. They're going to put you back. That's what I'm saying. Move back! Move back! Move back!
More cars. Nope, there's no more cars.
You gotta stay together. They gotta couple.
So they're erecting the barriers here to keep people.
Chat, this is bullshit.
We've got National Guard here. We've got
Fucking bullshit, yo.
Virginia State Police.
Some absolute fucking cancer, AIDS, bullshit.
Okay. It moved faster than I could pay attention. I'm not sure the plan. I don't know how far they want to move people back. I'm going to stay right on out of the way though. I'm not sure if they're...
Yeah, he's at the hotel. Yeah, Mike and Tom. Yeah. Hey, he probably got fucking smoked out.
Yeah, so I'm not sure the plan for the pushback. Like if there's an end point or they're just trying to like clear out the city or... I'm not really sure what their... I'm not sure what the objective is at this point.
My fucking Twitch account just got banned from what? They didn't even email me,
I mean, the
dude.
level of people out here isn't it's not what it was earlier today for sure. I'm not sure how far back they're going to want the crowd. Maybe they're just trying to clear out the whole city area.
Come on, guys. Come on. Come on.
Goddamn thought crime. I'm so annoying.
There hasn't been a I don't know why they're pedaling this way.
Some bullshit, yo. What violence? I've not seen any fucking violence. I literally didn't even see anyone get beat up. The shooting clip, we didn't show any of that.
Virginia police going all the way
We
down
didn't
this
show anything
way.
of the shooting.
Then
No
in the middle, I
beatings.
think we've got National Guard. I'm not sure what the red
We didn't
what
even
the red
see
patches mean.
pepper
They're
balls
holding a real tight
get
line
shot
now.
from those little paintball gun with the hoppers on it.
I don't suppose they'd like me to talk to them, but I'm curious to know. Does anyone know in the comments what the red? What does the red patch mean?
If I'm a,
I think they're National
God, I
Guard.
swear
Yeah.
to God. Someone
Okay, so
tell
we're gonna
Joey
keep
to get on
moving.
here. Talk to
Stay
me.
way on the edge here.
Back with Dog Time, I bet. This is fucking 1984 shit. Where to next if I get banned on YouTube? Timothy Manners, I'm very glad you asked that question. If I get banned on YouTube,
I'm not sure
right?
how far back.
The next place that we're
I'm
going,
not sure how
dlive.tv/shizbang. Let me show it to you right now.
Clear the city or. Yeah, we've got. I hope you're not a car parked in this area, man. Because your car has just been trapped.
I served in the Marine Corps for 4 fucking years!
Yeah, I'm not going.
And you bring out the national fucking guard! You bring out my brothers and sisters and all! Against the rules! Is that what you want?
Yeah, this is National Guard, but what is the red? What does the red patches mean on there? I don't know if it was like DC National Guard or if it's, you know. I don't know.
Hold on a second.
People seem to be responding to that. There hasn't been a ton of pushback against as the National Guard moves forward. So we've got as the National Guard and police officers move forward. There hasn't been. There's more.
Not letting me log in. Let me try to fucking log in.
So what we have here is a crowd has erected their own barrier, and I saw them taking these barrier pieces earlier. So this barrier here has not been created by the police. This barrier here has been created by
some horse shit, chat.
By citizens that are towing the line, and I'm gonna stand right here in case things get dicey. I want an exit strategy because they're trying to erect this line all the way down, and I don't have any desire to be trapped between a crowd and pepper gas because it sucks.
Alright, chat, look, if I get banned again, right here, dlive.tv/shizbang.
So I'm gonna try walking down.
And trust me,
so I'm not really
will
sure
be
this
going
is
live
a citizen line. So the police
Where's
have
my
created
chat?
a line over here.
What did I do? I didn't do
Standing
anything.
kind of in no
That's
man's
the thing.
zone over here.
This
like
time,
the-
I did not do anything.
But
Can you hear me? Let me
this guy is.
Let me say, if I get banned from YouTube, please follow me on dlive.tv/shizbang. Look at this. Look at this URL, chat. You see that? Big fat boy? This big fat URL right here? This is the one. Right here. 2 followers. Brand new. So you guys are going to have to, if I get banned, pump those numbers up and show us what the deal is. The power. She's got the power of the, how's the song go? Of the coochie. No. She's got the power of the nookie. I got the feeling for the flavor of the, how's it go? Anyways, if I get banned, dlive.tv/shizbang, I will be live right here. Believe it. But right now, until I get a notification of why I got fucking banned, I'm gonna. Alright.
Are you trying to keep things? Are y'all here to protest but keep it peaceful? It's about keep.
And when someone over here throws something, the old people over there get shot with rubber bullets. Right.
Can I talk to you for just a minute? I run a live. I won't put you on. Oh no, it's okay. Thanks. So here's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lineup of police over here. Well, not just police. We're police, National Guard, and then a citizen line here. Or there's not a ton. There's not a ton.
Don't be like that.
But there is a decent amount. There we go. So there's actually Here we go. I'm not sure if this line is a yeah, so this is the end of our line here. It takes us all the way down to the fountain in front of the Capitol here. But I have heard calls of hold the line from the crowd.
Guys,
and there's definitely lots of tear gas ready to be deployed out here.
At Boosted Animals and 2S's. Let's get some awareness out there to the big motherfuckers, am I right?
Yeah, I don't have a mic on me tonight, so it's going to be tough to do interviews. There's a lot of background crowd noise and a lot of, the wind keeps popping up at us too.
Tweets.
But right now we've got, I think this is Virginia State Police down here. We've got the National Guard down the line, kind of a mix of everybody here. So let's see, what do they say on the back of their helmets? These guys are, I think they're DC police officers. I gotta get away from the music. Alright, she's hopping away. So guys, in the comments, tell me, what do you think is the, oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be, I'm looking at comments here, I'm not sure that we're going to be pushed back again. I'm really not sure, like we were all the way back. I don't know if you saw the fountain earlier, but this fountain's way at the back. It's quite a ways from the Capitol building. And I'm not really sure how far the line's going to go. We're going to just go ahead and head down this line here and take a look at it. Oh, yeah, so we've got Metro Police and National Guard. I know I saw Virginia State Police also.
Because I also have had other people from other countries.
International News Network right here.
Like the UK say the exact same thing, not the exact same, but close to it.
Yeah, it is kind of tough, honestly, to get.
Your name Ben happens to be the greatest name in the universe, if you believe it.
Police officers, they're getting a lot of verbal abuse out here tonight.
No, I don't even know why I was
Which
banned.
is every time, to be fair, like every time, well not to be fair, but
I didn't even get a fucking
every time we've
email
gone out
from
and
them.
provided coverage, they kind of take the brunt of everyone's anger.
I did get one. Engaging in a hateful conduct against a person or group of people on stream or VOD? That's just not fucking true. I have never engaged in hateful conduct against a person or a group of people unless it's actual American terrorists. That is bullshit. This is a bullshit fucking stream, bullshit fucking thing, and it's 30 fucking days.
It's National Guard and then Metro Police.
That's bullshit, yo.
Do you know how far out they're going to push it? First Street? Okay.
They're going to get bike rack up there and
get everybody. So this boundary that's been created over here I was going to say, I saw people putting stuff up there.
Oh
okay,
my
thank
God.
You. Can you tell me how many National Guard units have been deployed out here tonight? Do you know? Is it a typical response?
Yeah, we use all of them. But that's just... I feel bad for everyone.
Yeah.
I think it was public safety. But I honestly don't know. If I knew the answer, I would tell you.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me hop out of the way here. So it looks like, oh, Jane, that music is coming again. So it looks like the, see, this pisses me off though, because this guy has he has press all over him, but he's engaging.
With the American people.
It's like this kind of thing. I'm gonna come up here.
One thing I saw that was
I don't think you should be allowed to call yourself press and also engage, because the very nature of press is to document, not to interact and engage. But you see this? Like if they're going to start pepper gassing and tear gassing, it's going to be people like this guy yelling around. So I don't know who this dude is, but my personal... See, he's... See, I don't think that...
Why are you interrupting the stream? Just play the stream. Just play it. Just play the damn stream, please. For the love of God. Why is Woke still on Twitch? And I am not. Wait. Oh.
really do think that
What's cool?
My fellow Americans, our First Lady, and the 45th President of the United States.
I got the next stream up, chat.
Donald
Don't worry.
J. Trump.
Stand for an American president who is fearless and who loves this country, and we'll fight for her.
This is the most important election, but I'll say it differently. There is violence here in the streets, and I've done more in 3 years than Joe in 47 years. Joe Biden's agenda is made in China. Joe Biden is weak and made in China. How can the Democrat Party ask to lead our country when that spend so much time tearing down our country.
The best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come.
Donald J. Trump. And we'll fight for her.
Like those brave Americans before us, we'll defend the American way of life from Kung Flu, the Chinese virus. Our nation and the entire planet has been struck by a new invisible enemy. COVID-19! Under Operation Warp Speed, we will have a safe and effective vaccine, and together we will crush the virus.
The best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come.
Donald J. Trump. And we'll fight for her.
I profoundly accept this nomination for President of the United States.
You guys want to see this? How is this allowed, right? How is this allowed right here? Literally showing all of the same shit that I was showing on Twitch, except for he has a liberal stream and I have a Patriot stream, and he is not only showing one, he's showing all. Look at all of this, showing all of this shit. What is that shit? Why do we all get banned? We're all Patriot streams. How is my boy Primetime Patriot not banned? Is he banned too? Not banned. Hold on. Some dog shit, yo.
He's like, is that a camera filming me? I was like, yeah. He's like, you wanted to get thrown? And then he went on and made some anti-Semitic comment earlier, or after that. I did. I saw him with the glasses earlier.
Twitch is a paused platform, as in Bezos owns it, and they're against anybody who is popping off that is a right winger, and that's it for them. I'm surprised I'm not permanently banned.
Alright, let me make sure my other camera's in the right direction here.
He's gonna get. Oh wow, you got the photo.
Right there, there's the photo.
We wanted to ask you about it. Check it out, you guys. Here's the photo of
Fox News.
Fox News punching an individual patriot over here. Look at this photo. Wow.
Yep.
What a time.
Yeah, Fox News punching the deplorable.
This is bullshit.
Look at that, you guys.
Yeah.
Wow. And we had the individual here. So
what happened?
Tell us what happened. Yeah.
Basically, he threatened me because the flag touched him. I was down my flag, and I was walking with the flag, and he basically told me to get the flag off. He didn't want the flag touching him. Right. So then I told him, I says, "Well, you're gonna do print a bunch of fake news or something like that on the, basically fake news. You're gonna go up there, he wants a picture, he wants clicks.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to actually be part of the people."
Right. The last thing he wants is a flag touching him.
Right. So then he turned around and he threatened me. He's walking up the Capitol. He's walking up to not the Capitol, the governor's house. He says, "I'm gonna kick your ass." And I don't think I can. Don't think I can. Stood at 6 foot tall, whatever he was. I just say, okay, right, that's just beautiful. So then I just dismissed it, came back out because I went to go get my son, come back out, and then I got here to the gate and waited, and State Patrol. I was just telling the State Patrol to be, peacefully protesting. They're being nice and stuff like that. And then I told some folks about him threatening me, so we kind of were going to take a video of him come out and kind of heckle him as he come by.
Right.
So we were heckling him as he went by, and as you got to the pictures, we heckled him, and he had nothing.
Wow.
He was serious when he threatened me. He's going to kick my ass. He meant me to kick my ass.
Wow, I can't believe he.
And my son Caleb had to actually protect me, and I look up and I'm on the ground. My glasses were thrown away, through my face. You got a picture of it. My earbuds popped out. He pushed him back. The cops did nothing. The cops did say I could file a police report after a lot of pushing.
I was standing there. I saw that. So, do you plan to file a police report?
Well, absolutely. It
Yeah.
should.
Yeah,
I didn't come here to
should.
hit anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
I
couldn't believe somebody from the mainstream media would do that.
That's terrible.
He's supposed to be a reporter, and he can't handle discourse, can't handle it.
Can't handle anything. This baby. Big baby. Wah, wah, wah.
Wow.
Cry to mama.
And what was your name?
My name's Troy.
Troy, thank you very much for your comments. So Troy here, get him with the flag here. Oh, glory. Great photo.
I put this up in August at my house. My old one went down. I had nothing to bring this morning, so I went up and got it off the house.
He said, take Old Glory right off the flagpole. There you go. Appreciate that. Thank you for your comments. Appreciate you. All right, you guys heard it there. Fox News. You see that? You guys saw the photo live on feed. Fox News punched that individual, and there was no fake news about that. There was no fake news about that. The photo evidence is there. And it wasn't like she caught a photo before or after. No. That woman caught a photo mid-punch with the blur going on and the fist in the nose. Like that right there is more evidence. I don't know about that. That guy at Fox News better watch out. He's got a police report coming towards him.
Okay? I can't represent everyone, but the heartbeat of this country is saying we're not going to take this anymore. You can do so many things. You can do so many things with your voice, with your art, with your ability to speak the heart. That's why we're here. It's a rejuvenation of the land in the name of God. Amen. Woo! Jesus' name.
All right, guys. I haven't been able to catch up with the news going on in D.C. I haven't been able to check in on the sessions and see what's going on. I can only imagine things are going crazy right now.
Serving our country and our serving. I think they heard. This is what it's all about. This is what you guys are all about. I think they heard us today. You guys are here to protect everyone.
Thank you to everybody joining the live feed. I haven't been able to communicate directly with you guys today because I've been down one phone. I got the live view solo set up and that's taking my phone. So next time I'll have an extra phone in hand so I can communicate with chat. I do have a phone currently. My brother handed me his. It says Mechanic Cash, or what is it? Metro Shane guy says it said Washington, and I was like, what? Yes, we're in Washington State right now. Please make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe, do all those things to the channel. Appreciate you guys.
But he didn't defend you guys. You guys, all you wanted to do was to keep your... Still going on, huh? Hey, we did what you guys asked, right? Right? You're welcome. You're welcome. And when we need you guys, when we ask for you guys, we're going to need you. And we'll say thank you when you guys do it. Just remember that.
Respect is given, earned.
Yep. You're welcome.
We'll take this building forever!
We're not asking much from you guys.
Patriots are dispersing out here. We have a small group still standing out in front. Do you want to walk out towards the front and check it out? Looks like everybody's kind of dispersing here. This is the time to break off. You don't want to leave the Patriot group too far. How's it going? Good. Don't want to break off from the group too far because they could possibly target you for actions today, whether you were on the grounds or not. I don't know. Who? I know, he does. You look like Ted Cruz's skinny cousin. Like it. Yeah. Gotta love it. So it is really thinned out here on the ground. Patriots are still active here. We'll go out to the front street and see if there's any activity. Yes, I do. Yeah, I will. Do we have an extra charger? I do.
We were very outnumbered.
I have an extra plug if you want to plug it in the back.
To be able to accomplish our goal, you know, we would have been easily kicked off.
You want to plug that in, and I'll plug the phone in?
CJTV is back. All right, hold on, chat.
Outnumbered is in the sense we didn't have enough people down here today, I think. I mean, we had enough people, but we obviously, there's a situation when you're against the police line and you need to enforce them.
You still got the chopper circling around the Capitol grounds here.
Any update, you guys in chat on what's going on in DC, please let me know.
Yeah, we have no updates from DC. We've been busy today on the Capitol grounds, so please let us know what's going on if you have any updates in chat. Got the phone on me now, so I'm able to keep up with some of the comments here.
Are you talking to Kenosha?
I don't know exactly where.
Okay.
I was watching a long time ago. Anyway, it's just this support and promotion.
Yeah.
Puts them in that category of being. Puts you in the category of BLM and communist. So
Sure.
it's an opposite.
So what's interesting though is the BLM Antifa, that side hate us, like absolute. Yeah. He was down here today, wasn't he? Yeah.
I think he was. He watched his from supporting
Yeah. So let me ask you this though. So where do you think Villain Phoenix stands on the line then?
After protesters stormed the Capitol. I mean, they fucked up and meant to take Patriots.
Yeah.
So they're going to start counting at 8 p.m. after the Gestapo used to fucking and the air guard says everybody home. They're going to start counting again. Y'all not see the shit they are going? They will y'all.
Sorry. Do you mind if we move over a little bit? Yeah, people aren't able to hear from that. Sorry. Let me just hop over this way.
So I'll talk about Black Lives Matter. So the Black Lives Matter movement, which we believe is really just a Black Panther Party that's been rebranded, obviously for this generation, which is a soft message of Black Lives Matter. And of course, it is a Democrat money funneling system money out because we see various Black Lives Matter chapters talk about having problems with funding that. The real issue is at the base level. This is going to see. I'm going to speak as money, as science and Mother Nature responsible. Is that we have a degree of living under rule. People say that the federal rule of 1356, 13% of the population. The statistics professor would laugh about the class and say it's not 100% of the black community does it. There's tremendously less in that today. It's not an issue, but everything's available. So if 80% of the black community wants more police, that would mean 20% of the 13% are the problem. So 20% of 30%, 2.6%.
That's some good fast math right there. Well done. Yeah. Yeah.
2.6%
Sure.
is responsible for 56% of the crime.
Okay.
So when you hear Hillary Clinton now say super presidents, you're like, okay, is that totally undisagreeable? Everything is on a bell curve, right?
Okay.
So the elephant in the room that we have to notice is that genetics and race are different. And there are certain things we can do to absolutely help the black community. And even when I'm saying
and then they do it to the Christians. They try to get everybody. I was born Muslim.
Look, this is something where we have evidence to show that it's worked, and now we have evidence of
I did. Yeah, they do the clip. That was racist.
And not really living it. It's like African if you keep dropping clothing and food for free, they can't begin to develop the baseline businesses to build a an economy. So you're screwing yourself trying to help them. It's this misplaced altruism that a lot of the left has, thinking that the solution is this.
So you
Institutionalized racism. There's no such thing as for black people. For white people, absolutely. Equal employment opportunities. That's institutionalized racism. It specifically states that if I'm applying for a job, and they have a formula that need to be the same applicant that's having to be black with the same qualification, they can pick him and should pick him. So, if we acknowledge those things, we need to say, okay, we can start to develop plans and systems to help make sure that our community gets the help it needs. But right now, the appeasement is working, okay? We're not, the welfare has been a disaster for them because it just increases numbers that don't work because the mothers want to use it to get money. Okay? So, we need to really face growth-based biological factors so that we can actually address the problem.
So let me ask you this. What do you see happening? Best case scenario, what happens after today?
I know, back on top of it.
Well, let me go back one quick second. So I see your deck. You've got your press, and do you live stream or okay? Do you feel like there's an area in live stream or in journalism that can be unbiased, that you don't have to choose a side, you can just report what you see?
Because here's the thing, it's like movie review. The movie review is based on that movie reviewer's frame of the world.
Sure.
So they're going to look at through that lens. I always think movie reviewers should list their favorite movies. So I could go, oh, I like this guy's movie because I like those. I think I'm going to like his opinion. We have the same congruent things.
Sure.
If you don't have that, when you have communications.
So my question though is, I see the basis of the platform is to elevate voices, and I will say when CJ was doing Chop Chaz, for sure he was he was just a kid on a couch. Like he was in Seattle.
I understand. Irrespective of what you face personally, you have to behave when you're in areas.
Sure. Yeah, you're not gonna. Yeah, you gotta be safe.
Saying to everybody watching too, it's that if you're going to go to these things, the first thing you need to do is understand what normal is. What is normal, even in a riot?
Sure.
Have
you covered a lot of riots?
Oh yeah. I've been in Portland. I've been at this since the beginning.
Have you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, what we've seen too is it's adaptive. They learn from one riot to the next riot to the next riot and move things around.
Antifa is a CIA-run operation. The CIA and many portions of the FBI are in this country. We know from Army and that sort of thing. So you have infiltration. We have a near total infiltration at various levels. And you see that, like in Seattle, when they arrest someone, the prosecutor is a pro-Antifa defender. So what happens is the people are released that they arrest. So you can castrate your police force's ability to keep the streets clean.
Okay.
At the first level in the justice system, at the prosecutorial level, the prosecutor is pro-Antifa. They'll just release it. How do you achieve justice if people are released? Because you have a collusive system. So, you see it too. It's not like it's everyone sitting around the same table. It's kind of like being
okay.
The House of Clinton. They do their thing for them, but they also work with the House of Obama. Right? But they want to fight for power. So Obama was going to snowblow. Excuse my voice.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'm trying to get you close to the mic on this.
Oh, okay.
CJ, so CJ is our in the field reporter. I produce with him. I'm behind the screen all the time. Oh, you're actually live. Yeah, so that is one thing that we don't. We're live streaming, so it's not edited, not filtered. Because I was just going to say, it's important that without independent media, without unbiased free press, there's no democracy.
This is new news. I spent a couple hours and a bunch of people chasing out on fake news. We need a narrative. All of the footage that is.
But I've watched you out here. I was watching you walk in the line, and it looks to me like you're creating a narrative, though. So would you call yourself press, or would you be an activist?
Correct. Okay. Because and you know that on your side, not on your side, sorry, but on the leftist side, that you have marched with, and I've been with them. I've been in their groups.
But would you consider marching with them or documenting the march? Yeah, documenting. Okay.
But you have to win and run. Because they will outshoot them. But just march with them and you document what's going on. But
because I feel like there's a difference between so for me, to put on press and to document, it would be non-act. I don't activate. Yeah. So yeah. So are you out here as an activist or out here as press? Yeah.
Because I won't mind, right?
Sure.
You see on the Antifa side, the left side, they're press.
Yeah.
It's constantly.
They're not press.
Right. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not press.
So, and that's to be.
But maybe I am, maybe I isn't, right? Because right now I could say that the narrative is we have a constitutional crisis.
Sure.
We have National Guard people being brought against their own citizenry. That if they know the UCMJ, can walk away and drop their shield and they'll have nothing done against them. We have a mayor here who is pro-communism, definitely anti-Trumper, hates us. You see what she's done, right? With her little no-gun area. I don't know how you can have how you can block a Second Amendment activity next to a First Amendment activity. Second Amendment protects the First. They want to do that. They want us disarmed, right? So this is just the start. I would say it was mission accomplished today. We broke into the Capitol.
Was that the objective at the start? Because to me, I felt like it was a march after the president's speech, and then it seemed like there was a call or a flash. I don't know that it felt planned. It just was kind of.
Well, right, Overton windows, right, as things started to get pushed in certain directions, people going, so the window got pushed that we wanted to go inside. And I think that was a statement.
See, you're speaking we. I hear like we.
Oh, I'm okay.
So, no, I mean, but, so you're out here activist?
Did you go in?
I was up on the side, and then.
You didn't go in?
Did I go in? No. There was hundreds of thousands of people out there.
Got killed tonight.
I heard there was a
they were behind the glass.
Like
doors.
Okay.
Were shut behind the glass doors. They were in front of it. Shot right through the chest. Killed.
I hadn't heard that. Yeah, I heard that someone got shot. So were you up at the front up there?
Yeah, right in front. And so if it was mission accomplished, because we got in there and we shut down the process.
So that was okay. So that was my question. The mission was to shut down the process.
I don't think you want to shut down the process. We need to get to the answer of is this, is Pence going to drop the dime on Trump and throw him under the bus, or is he going to do the right thing that he should according to the Constitution, right? And certify Trump. So I don't know. Wait and see. But I think this was look. For the last 8 months, Antifa and BLM have proven and shown that violence works.
Okay.
People will acquiesce to petition. We are a different kind of violent here, so to speak, right?
Ain't no such thing as halfway cross, everybody.
Violence is the ultimate authority from which all other authority is formed. Whoever has the ability to apply more violence in a situation is the authority. There's more of us here, but we're not ready to do that because we don't feel the cause. Today we felt the cause to get into the Capitol building, so the energy is there, mission accomplished. So the next thing is, if the state is being stolen, then we need to do all sorts of things. Everyone needs to organize, everyone needs to get together, and everyone needs to do whatever disobedient thing you can do to bring this country back under control. Because I've seen enough evidence. It's so obvious. Kamala hasn't given up her seat. Why wouldn't she? If she's supposed to be the VP, you get that up right away, right? Where is Biden? Where is he? I don't know what basement he's in. They put up a floorboard and where I come up with. So now it's just, we're in a little bit of a limbo right now.
Are you surprised by something that we've seen in the past too? We've been out here at the November rally, and then again December 11th rally. It seems like this side doesn't have, I'm surprised there isn't more organization out here tonight, to be honest. Because today I felt like I heard chatter in the crowd that they were going to gear up, come out, occupy, not leave. But there isn't. I mean, I'm looking around, and this is just a collection of people.
This was the first field operation, so to speak, of this new generation of patriots.
Okay.
If I say, listen to what I'm going to say. On January 6, 2020, Patriots stormed the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. That sounds pretty damn historical, right? So what's going to happen is everybody understands the level of resistance now they're going to be put in place. And I think, believe it or not, Antifa and BLM will provide some educational tactics to some of these people on how to achieve our goals a little better. Occupying spaces.
Well, you see what works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you see what gets.
Correct.
So when you say Patriots stormed, are you talking Patriots as in a group or as an ideology?
Citizen, right. Those citizens of the United States identify as Patriots.
Okay.
That would be how I would classify it. I had everybody, race, creed, color, everything. Didn't matter. One focused goal, which is to stop this and steal this communist insurrection. You know, it's China. It's the deep state. It's deep, you know, it's sturdy billionaires, you know, and they're not all sitting around the table working together, but they are taking advantage of each situation. Remember, it is Game of Thrones. China works for China only. But if BLM messing around in America creates division, that's good for China. China's going to take advantage of that and say, I don't know, can we send them cheaper fireworks? You know, and I will say this, fuck China. I will be racist. Fuck China.
No. Oh, no, I'm not sure.
Oh, no, China is our number one enemy. We have 2.5 million Chinese in the United States, 1.95 million confirmed CCP agents. I have the list. The list is disseminated, it is linked. Now, when we say agents, it's not James Bond agents with spyglasses. It's infiltrated individuals that have gotten into all of our companies, all of our industries, and anytime they get any information, they want to send back to somebody. They send it back. And that's how Cold War and the CCP keeps their power going. They keep playing. This was an engineered virus. Coronavirus is the flu. You can look on the back of a Lysol can from 5-10 years ago. It says human coronavirus. That's the first time it's happened. But President Xi, communist, China is collapsing. He is going to be the presiding president over collapsing countries. So what's he going to do? He just smashed the keyboard, lit everything up, and said, here's what we're going to do. Release this virus. He's money the head of the World Health Organization. Also remember, communist organizations, along with Xi, they got together exclusively and put out the plan to spread the COVID, right?
Okay.
You can look for COVID. Here's this. Watch the numbers. When the COVID deaths go up, the stroke and heart attack deaths go down. It happens like this. As COVID goes up, stroke and heart attacks go down. It's parity. Why? Because they're reporting all of these stroke and heart attack deaths as COVID deaths.
Okay. Well, you know, we hear that from, it depends who you talk to. I mean, if you talk to one person on one side, they're going to have their statistics, and they're going to have, they're going to have as many experts as the other side.
Well, not really, because I'll tell you why. The statistics are there. The death rate is the same. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. When you can quantify a death as COVID, if you're a skydiver and you miscount your chute, but you have COVID, and you went skydiving that day, and your chute didn't open and you splattered in the ground, guess what? You died of COVID. Why? Because that allows them to politicize a pandemic. Okay, the masks do nothing. Learn about the word Dalton. Dalton is a measurement of size. That is how you measure the size of the virus particle.
Okay.
It's so small. These don't do anything. They do nothing.
They help a little with the tear gas, though, man. I was out there, and that's the worst. Well, I had it in my pocket, and I had this thing in my pocket, and I pulled it out, because that gets in your throat, man. Yeah, CJ has all of that. He's got a whole he's got a go bag, like, he's got the whole, he's definitely been in.
I didn't talk to him, but I walked by and saw him in Oregon and
I'll tell you this, he has, yeah, you know, here's the deal. The objective of the platform is to elevate voices and tell people's stories, to not go tell our story and share our opinions. It's about letting other people speak, because that's what that's what unbiased media is supposed to do. And he definitely has learned as he's gone along, but he's my brother. He's my brother, so I can say, nice to meet you too. Oh, are you live right now too? Very nice. Yeah, so I'll say before he started all of this, not political. Like, this started for him because he was on his couch at home in Ballard, like in the Chop Chaz area, and he was watching live stream media, and he wanted to know it wasn't being reported correctly. And so he went out there with his camera and started recording, and has progressed from there, and then this turned into a whole, a whole thing. Yeah. So, and I will.
it's funny to see people I hear in the crowd saying, like, oh, hey, that Alaska's over there.
Oh, what is Baked Alaska? What is Baked Alaska? Is that a nickname for him?
Oh. Baked Alaska, I'll tell you what he is. Baked Alaska is a canard reducing wind resistance on the pendulum as we swing in the sun more. But I mean, it's just a mixer. It's just saying, more shit blowing up. It's just here. No substance. He's an agitator. And he's
Okay.
You're not going to get anything substantive.
Sure. Yeah. You know, there's a lot. There's a lot like that, though. There's a lot of he was out here earlier. I think he was out here. He was out here last time, for sure. So let me ask you this though. So, like Dylan and CJ both started off in the same, covering Chop Chaz, Portland protest. Like the first time we met him was Chop Chaz. Was out there on the streets, yeah. Well, I meant the stream met him. I'm from this area, from Baltimore area, yeah. But him and CJ started off in the same place, and they've kind of moved along some of the same routes. I don't know if he's gone across the United States the way CJ has. But the thing that I find so interesting is that he's taken such heat for following Proud Boy events and for walking, covering Trump rallies and stuff. But he's also stood on the steps of the Washington Monument and talked to Martin Luther King Jr.'s granddaughter and followed followed all the, because he would talk to, I would talk to the leader of BLM as much as I would talk to, any other, we've interviewed Enrique Tarrio, and it's just interesting because it is a fickle world out, the live streaming world is fickle, and everyone has decided.
Sorry, chat.
If you won't, CJ said once that
there
if
you
you
go.
if you walk down the street, if you walk down the middle of the street, you're going to get hit on both sides. And that's kind of where you're at, is being independent is, everyone wants to box you into something or another thing. But I don't think you have to take a stand. I think that there has to be a space in the middle where we can say, I'm going to let you tell your story. So I would say my value is always going to be humanity. Like when humanity exits, then I would step in. When we were in DC last time, in November, a guy got on the ground, they were still beating at him, and CJ pulled people off, and I went and pulled, tried to get involved. But other than that, I feel like there has to be a sacred space in the middle, and maybe it's called press, I don't know what it's called, but where we can say, here's what's happening through a filter of a camera, not through my lens. Yeah. Yeah.
Politics is playing because it's rational and reacts to events. So this is why Twitter is leading, Instagram is leading. Any type of collection and dissemination of info.
Right.
Is where we're going. So live streaming is removing all of the middlemen between the viewer.
Yeah, it's kind of pulling the artifice out of it as much as you can, but I think there is a place though to report the news and not make the news. I saw that. I was actually next to, I had my press badge it's been gone most of the day. I had it under my thing because they were being chased off. We didn't have any did you have any signal down over there? Do you have a live view pack or? No, I mean tonight, but earlier today. So did you say that you were up there and able to get footage of the storming into the Capitol? Were you live at that time?
Yeah, they got those AT&T trucks. See that thing right there?
Oh, yeah.
That big tower with those white things on it? That's a cell booster from AT&T.
Sure.
YouTube sucks so much ass.
It was choppy. I would be down a few. You get choppy.
I couldn't even send a text.
It's bad. They shut it down. I mean, you got so many people.
Yeah, there was that one spot. Were you there? So today I had it going on, and my cell phone, a bunch of cell phones around me, people were like, "What happened?" Like something happened. They had flipped a switch for sure. So I'm curious how you got were you live and able to get it all, or were you just okay?
So you can find chips and stuff that
Yeah.
Everybody hates 5G, but all of us that broadcast were like, I want 5G.
Well, there's that live U-Pack thing too. Yeah. Yeah, that's.
I'll give you what I think, how I see it is, it's a culture. That's what's going on, right? Sex is determined by violence and male and female, right? But gender.
You sent something? It should show up on the alerts then.
So in our culture, we have boys and girls.
Let me check the dashboard.
Its culture on ours and say, no, you can have 500 genders. You can cut off your genitalia, switch around, do whatever you want to do.
See if we can get it to replay or something.
That's what the fight is. So we're not going to allow them change our culture.
But the thing about it though is culture is evolutionary. I mean, like, why do you get to determine the culture of the United States? Why can't there be cultures within a culture?
Hold on.
That is your history.
Okay.
You have to do that.
So you don't think that culture? I mean, like the United States culture has been adapted.
That is architecture, right? And then we swing over here to this building. That's brutalist architecture, meant to take away any feeling and flow.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for that dono. I don't know why it didn't pop up, but thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, dude.
When you say they, who wants to change the culture?
Well, okay, I would say anyone, obviously, the left, which includes the deep state, BLM, Antifa, all of the little operations, the infiltrative individuals
Wimmy
that want to do that, right? And all of the support that they have from the state actors.
So let me ask you this then. It might be kettling. Oh no, they're fine. They were starting to shift around. Do you not feel that there's a space within that we can't have different types of cultures within the the general? No, I'm saying if there's, just as devil's advocate, if there are people that are like, why can't we live
But
in
maybe
America?
I'll get one.
If we want to change our gender, if we want to live this particular way, would you
I
have
need a
problem with
manager to
that?
help me build this shit and give me
Why is that something that you don't feel that should be
Facebook
allowed?
and shit.
Or, in all those different scenarios.
Yeah, there's slots, but I gotta figure out how to activate it. We can have fun here. So on.
Technically not illegal, but it is degenerate. We don't want that in our culture. It's not our culture.
Would it be okay if it's a woman in a bikini and hoisting?
Degeneracy is degenerate. It could be, depending on what it is. It's
Okay.
the skirt, right? It's the shopping cart tag, right?
Okay.
You don't have to put the shopping cart tag, but you should because it's a good thing to do.
I had a girlfriend that said if you want to measure a person's character, see where they put their shopping cart. Yeah.
The problem is you don't like for the black community, they need to take it.
So okay, let me ask you that then. The black community, the Latino community, the Irish community, they all have their own culture. And so if something's culturally acceptable to them, is there not a place for that kind of culture within the United States?
It's the imposition of our cultures that are compatible with us, and our cultures that are not. Islam is not a compatible culture. I don't have Muslim friends. If you have Muslim friends, you're not real Muslims because you're not supposed to be friends with any of us. Same thing with the Israelis. It's the same thing with the Israelis. It's kind of odd that the massive ownership of pornography sites is owned by Zionists as well as, the infiltration of no, I'm not a Nazi, I'm not a fascist, but it's interesting from a historical perspective. It's always the communists calling our side the fascists and the Nazis. Right?
But it feels a little, it is feeling like everyone is saying what you, like, I wore black tonight because I had black, that's the color of my jacket. And I had someone say to me, like, you shouldn't wear all black tonight because someone might think you're Antifa. But on the other hand, I also had a blue scarf that I couldn't wear either because it feels like we're in a situation where everyone is kind of being Nazis to everyone else.
So, let me do a little history.
Okay.
What is the word Nazi mean? So people levy it as an right? It's a combination of two words.
We're moving out. All right. Well, it was nice. Thanks for chatting with me.
It was really nice meeting you.
You
So
too.
if you see CJ, tell him I'd like to say hi.
He would love to talk with you. So, and I'm sure they have it on there. I wasn't able to hear you when you talked about what media group you're with.
Oh,
But
no, we go to
they'll
D-Live.
track it.
Yeah, they'll find me. So be safe out here. It was
You
good talking.
too. Thank you so much. All right, that was interesting. Oh, they're moving the line again. Yeah, we were kind of. Oh, I don't know what's happening right now, but I feel like I'm getting kind of thrown in the middle of something here. Yeah, he had a lot of interesting ideas that are not necessarily my ideas, but obviously not. Everyone has their own. Oh, I am between something here. I got to find a spot to get out. Hold on. Absolutely, I'm getting out. So I told you this is the this line was not created by the police. The line that's here was created by individuals. Oh, it's getting cold out here, you guys. So this perimeter here is. Let me hop back. The perimeter here on the edges is citizen erected, and it looks to me like the law enforcement is creating a new line. Oh, you guys, it's getting so cold out here. Oh, music. I'm gonna get away from the music.
One of you donated $5.
We're being peddled, you guys. I don't know if they're gonna start arresting people.
From Donut. Then the unfair ban.
Yeah, we're totally
Stay
peddled in
positive.
here.
Here's some beer money.
So I don't know if you guys can see
Alright,
this,
well, at
but,
least we got
there's
the
no more exit.
alerts to work
There's
somewhat.
Police.
Now the cloud
There are
bomb.
police over here. I gotta pee. They can't like arrest me because I gotta go potty, man. Oh, I shouldn't have said that on live. Sorry. Oh.
And at least
I don't know where the exit point is around here, you guys. Oh, sorry. Guess I'll just wait for.
You're Rachel? SC, yeah, I knew that.
There isn't really like an exit. Oh, there's an exit.
Stacy, what's going on?
I just got grabbed by the cops.
All right.
Stacy, I made 450 bucks earlier.
I want to ask them. Sorry, can you tell me how far back are they moving? How far back do they want it?
And 200 yesterday.
Okay, thank you. Oh, sorry, I'm swinging the camera on here, guys. All right, we're coming back out. I got out of the middle of that thing. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the kettling process was right there, but it could have been that they were fixing to arrest people. Oh, they're moving us again. Yeah, they're trying to get people out. I'm gonna go ahead and hop over here.
Streamlabs is being a bitch.
We're gonna go ahead and hop over here to the edges.
Murderers!
So there's this, I'm not really sure what this was about in the middle here, because there's still people on the edges, but there's like a line coming in. Okay, sorry. There's a line of, trying to say, National Guard and Metro Police coming, and I think they're just moving the crowd back and moving the crowd back. And I'm going to tell you guys, it's cold. It's getting real chilly out here. So there's, they've kind of created this odd perimeter in the middle here. I'm not sure what, I'm not really sure like the movement of this body here. Do you see there's some on the, like there's, their backs are turned to us here, but then they're advancing over on this side. So if you guys understand what's happening here, I don't have enough experience to know why they've turned their backs on us right here. And also the ones in the bright colored jackets. Who are them? Who are they?
I'm not really sure what this tactic is supposed to be because everyone's kind of separated into small groups.
So around me, people are just kind of yelling random things. Kind of insults everywhere, honestly. I don't know what's happening over here, but
I'm trying to get like you wanted. Hey, Mark. Hey, sir. Haley, let's go. We're gonna get out of here alive.
yeah, I just heard him say.
My Constitution. Fuck you, pig.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're not letting.
Everybody, if you want to play, there's a hole in the gate.
I'm not sure what the plan is right here.
Right there. Right there.
I can't leave. I just walked out.
Orange.
I got him.
Have my press badge out here. I'm not sure what the plan is, you guys. Like, I don't know if they're rounding people up to arrest them or like they're trying to keep them in the middle.
Where'd he go?
Like, there's some mainstream media here that's been kettled in also. But I'm not sure what the
If you want to bring it to the satellite truck, it's a satellite truck, but I don't know where that is.
I'm really not sure why the
Travis, we're gonna have to keep moving once we're out too.
I don't know why they're having some people in and some people out. They're pulling this guy. There's a whole bunch of it looks like a bunch of the DC people, a bunch of the National Guard pulled back over there.
As one of my lovely friends said, I see a lot of you who got tricked into joining.
There's an interesting
That 20% charger was worth it though, right?
I'm not sure why these guys are here in the middle, but I'm not sure the movement here actually.
I'm gonna throw that bitch on.
It's getting real chilly.
They grabbed me and told me I couldn't leave. Are they gonna let him leave?
I'm glad I got to the other side of this lineup here.
Nobody out. They just said shut it down. Nobody out. Get out! Go! Run! Run! Run!
Uh-oh. Hey.
Do shit.
I'm not standing by this guy. Not standing by that guy. Those girls ran like scared little bunnies. I don't blame them. So some people came over and knocked this down to get out, but they seem to be kind of... No, they are not letting people out now. I don't know what the plan is, though. Do they want to, like, arrest these people, or... I'm not sure. Do you know why they kettled them all in there? Yeah, they're really not. Did you see these girls are over here trying to get out? They had to just scurry way out. What's that?
Looks like they just pointed them over there.
I don't know.
Let him out! They want out. Let him out.
Yeah, this woman's trying to, I don't know if she's trying to negotiate her way out or she's making a stand. Either way, there you go. Oh, excuse me.
Next time.
Sorry, Miss Scooch down. Sorry, Miss Scooch down. I'm sorry.
About 4.5, 3 foot wide, standing in at a 5'8". 325
So loud. Oh crap, I gotta plug my phone in. So it looks like most of the people left the center over here.
I know all of you will remember me, and I have a target on my back.
I'm not sure what the center perimeter is for, but looks like they got everybody out of the middle. Let me get my phone plugged in.
I can come from above.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're being detained in there or not. Yeah, there's some people kind of in the middle there, but I'm not really sure what the plan is with them. I'm not sure if they're sorry guys, I gotta plug this back up in. Just a second. So the thing is, I don't know why they would divide the crowd exactly the way they did. Sorry, I gotta plug this thing in. Because it seems like it would make, I'll turn this around a little bit. So they kettled the crowd in a really, I don't know, in kind of a bizarre way. Sorry, I'm trying to get my phone charged in here. Sorry, guys. There's a small, okay, I'm going to flip this around again, sorry. There's a bunch of movement happening. Where is the stupid charger thing on here? I'm going to grab a different one. Oh, so they're starting to circle again. Yep, so they're starting to move. Looks like they're moving forward. I don't know if they like plan to make arrests to kind of like make a point to get people to disperse, or if because the people in the middle weren't necessarily agitators, but they don't seem to be letting them out. They seem to be actually closing ranks on them. There's kind of this. Sorry, guys. Only 16%. Okay. There's a, I'm not really sure.
Alright, so this is the conclusion. The police and the National Guard were pushing us further and further away from the Capitol. Eventually they got into a situation where they kind of encircled us. So there was a circle of police and National
Yep, so they were being arrested.
Outside of the circle, people kind of got out. People were stuck in the circle, including us, realized they were couldn't get out. So we asked them where to go. We didn't really get an answer. And so one guy said, okay, here's your friend, indicated by the fact that I was holding up the mic. And he kind of led us further through the barrier, as well as my team here. However, the people who were not with the press, who were protesters, they're actually sort of stuck inside the circle now. What will happen to them? I'm not sure. They could be reprimanded and let go, or arrested, or held in some kind of detention. Not sure exactly.
Okay, we're moving back now. We're getting in a little bit now too. They're asking us to move back. Of course, we'll do that. But so yeah, people were all right, so here we are. We started off way up at the Capitol. And we
Alright, I cannot get Cloud
back
to work with our slot game right now. Sorry, chat.
There's more cops coming through, or more Metro Police. There's a group of people that have been kettled in the middle that I don't know if they're being arrested or they're going to be let go, but they were some of the
you still here?
that are in there. There is a curfew in effect, and it seems, you know, most people have respected the curfew. It's mostly just media left out here. They split, so if you look around here, this is all media now. The protesters have been sent to the outside of the ring. It was actually, man, that was a pretty impressive maneuver. Because at this point, there are no protesters left. We've got a lineup here of, this is all police officers. I don't think the National Guard is still, we do still have some National Guard here in the back, but it's mostly Metro Police right now. The protesters have been pushed to this side. I think there's protesters over that way. There's another police lineup over that way. So we've got media. The only ones that's left is media.
She's pressed, isn't she?
So it looks like.
All right.
Absolutely. I'm more than willing to move
Everyone
back.
chill. I'm just gonna watch this for a
We've
second.
got National Guard, Metro Police. I'm not sure. Not sure what's happening.
Is that the LRAD?
I don't know what that is. So I think that the protesters that were pedaled before, it looks like there's a large police presence over there. I'm not sure if they're issuing arrests. But this is the
here we are, pretty much the only
scene out here.
Here are the police and the press.
We had a lot more. Earlier today there were several 100,000 ranging up to. I've heard reports it's up to close to 1 million. I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to quantify that number. But all that's left out here is, I think there are protesters.
Hey Ben H. The
all
Discord.
That we have left here is.
Go to the Discord. It's in the fucking. It's in the description of this.
Yeah, there was no. I didn't see any counter protests happening.
That's
there
how
was
the followers
straight,
get updated, bro.
Everyone was.
Do you want to be the
seemed
official
to be in the same group
shizbang
here.
Telegram
The
ambassador?
same objective. There were.
Are you volunteering your time?
There were calls earlier today that organized groups were coming out to occupy the Capitol. There were calls of maintain the line, but this evening there isn't any sort of organization.
Destroyed the Associated Press's deal, like the cameras, the stands.
As far as
everything.
So cold, you guys. We were at Washington D.C. in front of the Capitol building.
Like a lot.
There's been an order issued to disperse, and most people have. Like there hasn't been much resistance at this point. Like I said, it's mainly media.
Yo, I can't believe CJ sent some chick out there to go on the front lines instead of his own short-ass manlet self.
Yeah, I don't even see. There aren't protesters.
I guess
in there.
the fucking pole from the fence that he's been sitting on
not sure.
has finally went too far
But
up his
the,
fucking ass,
there's
and
still
it
a
finally
National Guard
fucking
presence.
punctured his lungs and his
And
colon.
there's definitely lots of police.
And so he's too fucking disabled to get
I'm not
his
sure
ass
how the
out there.
numbers.
Sending a
I'm not sure
woman
how
to
the
do a
numbers
man's
rated
job.
today with
The fuck?
how many protesters were down here. So if you'll see here, there's a line of police.
Now that I'm back on YouTube,
down this way,
expect YouTube
and there's
shizbang
barricades
back,
erected here,
which is
and barricades
I
erected
literally
over
do not
here.
give a fuck.
And yeah, I mean things were kept mostly peaceful today. I don't know, peaceful as far as there wasn't infighting amongst the crowd. There was a call, so after the president spoke, the crowd marched down to the Capitol area, and they stormed the Capitol. Like there was a kind of a battle cry or a war cry that propelled people forward, and they started climbing the scaffolding, and eventually were able to breach the Capitol. They broke out some windows and were able to get inside. And what I mean by peaceful is that I don't know how to explain it right. There wasn't violence within the crowd. It was targeted in one direction. And in other protests that we've been in, the violence is with one another. You know, like there's one crowd fighting in the faces of another crowd, and violence breaks out. Like right now would be like people fighting one another. Today the crowd they were all opposed, like they were all pushing against the police. Really, that was the only opposition, and the opposition of getting into the Capitol. But there wasn't fighting amongst the crowds. So in that way, that's when I say there wasn't violence amongst the people. There was hostile actions, but the fighting came between the police
supposed to
and
be
the
two of them. I got
hi.
instruction book, one
So
this
this is
thing,
really,
and is this another light diffuser?
I just realized I
Oh,
may
maybe
not
it's
be
just
able
two
to do
different kinds. I thought this was just packaging
that.
material.
You guys probably realized that far
All right.
before I did.
Let me get to my fucking
there's a,
shit.
How unobservant. I just realized that, I mean, I don't mean peaceful like it. I meant peaceful as far as you knew exactly where it was coming from. It didn't feel.
So this one almost
I've been
makes
on
absolutely
the
no
streets,
difference.
reporting in protests and riots before,
That's
and there's
awesome.
a sense of like something could pop off at any second, and there's infighting. And today there wasn't. The violence was targeted completely in one direction. It wasn't fighting on the street. There wasn't fist fights or knives being pulled on one another. It was a different sensation out today. This is the. Hi. So here's where we're at. Oh, good. You know what? There is an exit over here that I'm going to utilize because I don't understand the. We've still got this guy over here I interviewed earlier. It was a little bit hard for me though. I saw I saw a guy writing a message on the stone wall right outside the Capitol, like I was up on the steps, and he was using a Sharpie, and that's not okay. It's not okay to deface a national monument like that, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. It's also difficult to see the police being so brutalized, like they've took a lot of verbal abuse the entire day from a group that's typically been supportive. And I know everyone, I'm not going to, just from a human's perspective, not from it's hard to watch a human being be verbally attacked and have their children talked about. Like, I heard that a lot, them talking about their children, and I can't, it's difficult against police, against any human being. I don't know, it's not acceptable. You leave people's kids out of it. So there's kettling going on. It looks like way down on the other side over there, there's a kettle line that's been created. And then there's one here. And I'm not sure if there's anything else. I'm not sure if there's anything going on anywhere else in the city right now. I've heard lots of sirens just recently. But I think this is pretty well, just show this. I think this is pretty well,
yeah, it's not good.
I think right now it's staying out is just to
I
get
gotta
arrested,
readjust
really,
my
and I
entire
don't
setup.
have any.
My entire room setup.
I don't think there's anything
for
productive
lighting
in
and
that.
the green screen and shit.
I don't. So all over here behind me, this is all like media. A lot of it is mainstream. It's actually a lot international media, which is interesting to me. Like one group is reporting from Hong Kong, and yeah, it's a lot of international media. And there's been talk of organized groups coming back tonight, but I don't think that's happening. The police are far too. The police are they're holding a really tight line. So unless a group came out en masse, I don't think that anything else is going to go down tonight, other than people getting arrested. And there isn't any violence. I think they're just trying to clear the city out, or trying to get people out of here. So it was. I'm really grateful that I didn't get caught in there, because they were pretty quick and free about keeping people in there. So I'm going to head on out of here a little bit. I don't think there's anything else going on around DC, and like I said, I don't think there's any groups that will be coming back out tonight. All that chatter of like organized groups, because if you can see, it's mostly it's basically media that's left. There's a couple of hardcore protesters out. There's still some bullhorns happening, but yeah, there isn't. It seems a little silly at this point to be out, because there just isn't, the protesters have dispersed. They're all, So this is the perimeter, though, that they've created. There's no one trying to come in, so the only thing I can think is that they're here to keep. There's no one trying to push their way in from the other side. My guess is that there's they're having, I mean, this little perimeter they've created right here is to kettle people in and arrest them when they decided that they've had enough. But right now there's one spot in the, well, you know, there's this one entrance to get in and out. And, but like I said, there's not really anything a part of me feels like this is a peaceful, if these are protesters, there's a lot of media, but there are still protesters left. It is kind of interesting that they, you know, like it's a huge police presence out here for next to no people. Like I'm telling, there's layers here. There's National Guard, there's Metro Police, there's DC Police, there's Capitol Police, and they're all like mustered out here. And it kind of feels like, you know, if there's no, it's you know, people are peacefully assembled. I don't know. My question would be, why push them together and arrest them? Like, at what point do we say, like, there can be a state of emergency and it makes sense to clear the streets and to, turn this around. It makes sense to clear the streets and get people out, but at what point are we infringing upon people's rights to peacefully protest? And I'm not talking earlier, I'm talking like right now. That, let me get away from this. Like, at what point do they say you can't peacefully protest anymore? Because I was kettled in there with everyone with a press badge and kind of and had to get myself out before you know, before I was potentially arrested with the other people that were in the middle. So here's the rest of the line. And like I said, there's
we know you have a soul, and we know that you guys, I'd like you guys.
There's still a large police presence out on the streets, though. They've got all of the streets downtown blocked off, so you can't even get down here from outside streets. It was interesting too because when I was heading down to this area, they had it's cold. When I was coming down here earlier today, just trying to see what's happening across the street over here real quick. They shut down the Maps programs. Like, Google Maps was working for a while, and that got shut down. I'm gonna flip you around real quick. I'm not sure where all these cops are going. But, like, I got so turned around trying to get down here because they shut down all the maps. Like, I was looking at my phone and suddenly the maps were deactivated, like taken offline. I don't know who has the power to do that. You know, like, who has the power to say, hey, turn off the maps going to the Capitol building? But it happened across several platforms. And then at another point, I'm walking out. I'm just, at another point, we were up by the Capitol, and it was when they were actually storming, like, there was two attempts, there was two big pushes into the Capitol, and the second one I was there for, and my phone just went, I was, it's getting cold, I'm gonna cover. The second time, I was standing there on my phone, and I was just video recording because we had no signal, and my phone and several of the phones next to me just they stopped working. Like, they shut off, and I don't know, I didn't know that could happen, but I wouldn't have thought it could happen, except it did happen. It actually happened twice today. It happened just a little while ago. I was live and my phone just shut itself down. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna figure out, someone said there was something going down over here. But here we are, this is the other side of that perimeter line. I really do wonder if anyone, can you look in the comments? Could someone tell me in the comments how many people were actually arrested tonight, if that number has been released? So, I mean, there's definitely rumors that there are groups coming back out to, you know, I'm totally walking the wrong way. Here we go. I hear chatter. I'm gonna go close to people. I was trying to get... So there was a group that I can't hear them anymore. But they were talking about people coming back out tonight. To get on that, you know, to get into the Capitol building. They're not getting anywhere near it. Like this, the police aren't letting anybody get in there. It was, I don't know if I was live. But yeah, I think I was live when that, this guy was trying to get over a border or a barrier that had been pepper sprayed and was carrying a piece of the Capitol, like a piece of furniture that had like a broken off piece of wood from like a chair or handrail or whatever. And someone had, you know, one of the people that had actually busted through the windows of the Capitol, he was carrying a piece of that. I don't know, you guys, I love history. I'm kind of a minored in it. And I wanted to be like, hey, that's irreplaceable. You can't glue that thing back together. There's no Gorilla Glue that's going to work on that. But I don't know. It's like I've heard this statement today that you have to tear it down to build it up again, and I think that's probably their thinking on it. So yeah, but seeing a piece of the Capitol like in someone's hands outside, like we've visited. This is I'm getting emotional, but like, this is my hometown. You know, I brought my kids down here. It's alright. I'm tired. It's been a really long day, I think. Anyway. I brought my kids down here. We go to museums. I love history, and then I torture them with it, but we've gone to all the museums down here. We visited the Capitol. We actually were able to go through the White House last year, and you know, outside of politics or outside of anything else, it's hard to see, you know, see something historical that's irreplaceable be damaged. And gosh, I don't know, my heart's heavy. Like, our nation's in trouble. You know, like American citizens broke into the Capitol today. I didn't think that could happen. I mean, it hasn't happened in 200 years, so I didn't think that was something that I would see in my lifetime. And now we're at the beginning, you know? I've seen a lot this year, actually. Like, doing this with CJTV and being in protests and riots. People are angry, and they're feeling helpless and hopeless, and I don't know, you guys, we got to just talk to each other and do what we can to heal a little bit, because we're not doing ourselves any favors. We're falling apart. You know, our country we're having a hard time. I don't know. I talked to the one guy today who had been shot in the stomach with a non-lethal round, and it ripped a nice little patch in his belly there. And you know, he said he's 50-something years old. He's a grandfather, and he's never been politically active before. And you know, while I was standing next to him, he was shouting things at the police that I don't think a version of himself, you know, 10 years ago would have thought he would be standing in front of the nation's Capitol telling police they're pigs, and he's going to burn all of his back the blue flags, because, you know, I don't think people imagine themselves getting that point of anger and frustration. But, you know, if everyday citizens can get to a point of that level of intensity, I don't know, you guys, is there any hope for us? I don't know. Anyway, all right. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I don't really have anything else to report down here. Like I said, it's really quieted down. I think they probably are going to make a good handful of arrests because there are some people that are, you know, not going to give up. But that was the day. We had, you know, the president spoke and his son spoke, and Congress was disrupted, so there weren't any votes. I don't think anything was certified. I've been out here for a long time, but yeah, I don't know that anything. What do you guys think? Was something accomplished today? I guess it was accomplished in that the votes weren't certified, but they have time to do that anyway. So, all right, I'm rambling now. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm just tired and hungry, but I'll let you go. Be good to each other. Try. Just be kind.
Alright, 1 second, chat. I was just up going to the bathroom for a second there. Let me go ahead and try to find a new stream for you, alright? Not that one. How is this fucking cunt still active and I'm not? I will never know.
That's what they do. These corrupt police departments. What time is it? Anybody know? 7:40? 7:58? All right. So the officers are arresting patriots on the streets. Let it known. Share that. Other patriots here. If there's in other streams, please put that information out. There's no point in people probably missing their flight tomorrow or just being in jail all night, all because of a mayor who's a control freak. And there's always former White House press secretary and current chief of staff FLOTUS Stephanie Grisham, that was a alert, resigns. Wow. It's going to just be a whole shit show, pardon my language, PG-13.
Freedom, man.
So there's folks outside the hotels. That's what they're doing. They're staying outside their hotels. We're half a block away from BLM Plaza. But again, you guys seen what happened. Again, thank you for tuning in today. We'll be back live tomorrow. We're going to be here. Turn that around so they can see my cold nose. There we go. So we're going to be back live tomorrow. If anything happens tonight, we will go out. We'll chance it with the media pass, but we will go out. We don't think anything's happened. There's cops everywhere. But we'll keep you posted, keep you up to date. If you guys like to contribute to the stream, you appreciate what we're doing, go to, appreciate it, yeah. Yes, we would appreciate it. Venmo is at Oreo-Express. And then if you go to Cash App, it's $Oreo Express. And then PayPal is OreoExpress@yahoo.com. That's what keeps us going. And we're going to go eat some snacks right now, warm up in the room, and start working on those videos. We got some good...
No.
$1 million.
And by the way, my son. Wait a minute. Mr. President, your campaign agreed to both sides would get 2-minute answers uninterrupted. Well, your side agreed to it. And why don't you observe what your campaign agreed to as a ground rule, okay, sir?
Look, here's the deal. Tremendous sprouts, and Joe does the circles and has 3 people.
Here's the deal.
He's been totally irresponsible.
Yes,
he's a fool.
Here's the deal.
President Trump did a phenomenal job. Would you shut up, man?
Look, here's the deal. I don't trust him at all. Nor do you. I know you don't.
Let me shut you down for a second, Judge. He wants to shut down the country. Let me shut you down for a second, Judge. I've done more than you've done in 47 years, Joe.
Do I get my time back? Time back? You can't fix the economy until you fix the COVID crisis. He does not have a plan. I know how to do the job. It's the same process.
There has never been an administration that's done what I've done. That are shut down right now.
Respond to that.
President Trump,
you have begun. Look, here's the deal. It's hard to get any word in with this clown.
This is the way it is.
Look, here's the deal.
President Trump did a phenomenal job.
Come on, man. Here's the deal. Everybody knows he's a liar.
Fake news. They give me bad press.
Look, here's the deal. I don't trust him at all. Nor do you. I know you don't. The second subject is COVID-19. 200,000 dead. If we just wear a mask, we can save half those numbers.
We got the gowns. We got the masks. We made the ventilators. You don't know how many people died in China. You don't know how many people died in Russia. You don't know how many people died in India.
Maybe you could inject some bleach in your arm, and that would take care of it.
Let's see the disinfectants.
And a lot more are going to die unless he gets a lot smarter.
So, did you use the word smart? Don't ever use the word smart with me.
Give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you.
Here's the deal.
Tremendous spouts, and Joe does the circles and has 3 people.
Here's the deal. He's been totally irresponsible. Yes, he's a fool. Here's the deal.
President Trump did a phenomenal job. Will you shut up, man?
Look, here's the deal. I don't trust him at all. Nor do you. I know you don't. Close your eyes. Remember what those people look like just spewing anti-Semitic bile, accompanied by the Ku Klux Klan. But he said we're very fine people on both sides.
Okay. You call them super predators, African Americans, super predators. What? And you called them worse than that. What? You call them super predators.
Are you willing to condemn white supremacists?
I'm willing to do anything.
Do it. Say it.
Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left. This is a left-wing government.
Here's the deal. It's hard to get any word in with this clown.
This is the way it is.
Look, here's the deal.
President Trump did a phenomenal job.
Come on, man. Here's the deal. Everybody knows he's a liar.
Fake news. They give me bad press.
Look, here's the deal. I don't trust him at all. Nor do you. I know you don't. Vote. You will determine the outcome of this election. Vote.
You have to have your ballot in by November 10th. November 10th. That means that's 7 days after the election. Don't tell me about a free transition. As far as the ballots are concerned, it's a disaster.
He has no idea what he's talking about. Here's the deal. He's just afraid of counting the votes.
You're wrong.
No.
It's a fraud, and it's a shame.
Look, here's the deal.
Tremendous spouts, and Joe does the circles and has 3 people.
Here's the deal. He's been totally irresponsible. Yes, he's a fool. Here's the deal.
President Trump did a phenomenal job. Will you shut up, man?
Look, here's the deal. I don't trust him at all. Nor do you. I know you don't. Will you say that's the end of it? This is the end of this debate.
Honest ballot count.
We're going to leave it there. To be continued.
What the fuck?
Everybody knows he's a liar.
It's a disaster.
He just pours gasoline in the fire.
It's a disaster.
If we get the votes, it's going to be all over. He's going to go. He can't stay in power. You should get out of your bunker. The president has no plan. This man, he does not have a plan. The president has no plan. He doesn't have a plan. He still doesn't have a plan.
Will you shut up, man? California's burning. We closed it down, and now we're reopening. California's burning.
And this is all about trying to dissuade people from voting.
California's burning.
1,000 people today are dying. He hasn't laid out anything.
I guess I'm debating you, not him.
Well, frankly, you've been doing more interrupting.
Proud boys, stand back and stand by.
Very fine people on both sides. A lot of people die.
Proud boys, stand back and stand by.
Everything he's saying so far is simply a lie.
We have plenty of time. I don't want to pay tax.
He doesn't know how to do that.
It's a fact.
My son was in Iraq.
I don't want to pay tax.
He doesn't know how to do that. He wants to get rid of the Affordable Care Act.
It's a fact.
He said it is what it is.
This is the way it is.
7 million people that contracted COVID. He said it is what it is.
This is the way it is.
He waited and waited and waited.
Since I'll have so many judges.
The bounty on the heads of American souls. The way you talk about them being losers.
Stupid bastards.
They've done nothing to help small businesses. Totally discredited.
I'm totally under-leveraged.
He said he didn't tell us or give people a warning of it. He's on tape as acknowledging he knew it. You don't panic. He panicked. Maybe
could inject some bleach in your arm, and that would take care of it. He blew it. Just shush for a minute. Has used everything as a dog whistle. We're in real trouble.
I'm the one that brought back football.
He's been totally irresponsible. All he ever wants to do is divide people.
I'm the one that brought back football.
Show up and vote. Vote, vote, vote. He's just afraid of counting the vote. Show up and vote. Vote, vote, vote. You should go out and vote. He's going to go. We have a higher deficit with China now than we did before. He sits on his golf course, and all these dog whistles and racism don't work anymore. Chaos and violence help his cause.
Fraud.
All the lies he's told you.
Fake news.
All the lies he's told you.
You're number 2.
All the lies he's told you.
Fake news.
He's not worried about you. And he knew how dangerous it was going to be.
Don't ever use the word smart with me.
He's Putin's puppy. We handed him a booming economy.
The greatest economy in history.
Billionaires have got much more wealthy. He's Putin's puppy.
Antifa and the left, they give you good press.
4% of the world's population, 20% of the deaths.
I'm really rich. I'll show you that in a second. And by the way, hey yo, the hottest mother in the room, you know, it's me. Bitches hating on him cause he started out here locally, legally. I'm being at the top, but right now I'm at my house on the couch watching Ted Cruz. You know how much you love it when you get in a balanced image about a budget when you know it's the subject of discussion, but it's nothing when you stop and just say it cause you're going out in public and you're talking rubbish. We just wanna ride through the city in our goodness by the big butt bitch somewhere get mine. Kiss, that's the way it goes when you party just like I do, which is one shit that used to watch me in high school take over the world when I'm on my Donald Trump shit. Look at all this money. Isn't that some shit? Take over the world when I'm on my Donald Trump shit. Look at all this money. Isn't that some shit? Go take over the world. These politicians, they mad. That's all I bitches. They see this racist life I have and they in. All we could win. You can't take the lose or draw what I'm in. All these other people like it and they raw. We gon' take over the world. Watch a hater getting mad. Take over the world. Watch a hater get mad. That's all I bitches. They see this racist life I have. Stop into the car and then we take them to the bed. It's a fast mother. They know me, but they never met the kid style. Comes with excellence, money, make the networks irrelevant. 42, never intelligent. We kill them and take them off for the hell of it. Tell a bitch that she better bring a friend. We'll take this country and make it great again. Victories never end this. And if you got a call for me, then she better be a 10. I'm so angry, politicians acting crazy. When the situation's sticky and the players got them silly, but I take over the world when I'm on my Donald Trump shit. Look at all this money. Isn't that some shit? Go take over these politicians. They mad. That's all I bitches say. They see this racist life I have and they in. All we could win. You can't take the lose or draw what I'm in. All these other people like it and they raw. We gon' take over the world. Watch a hater getting mad. Take over the world. Watch a hater get mad. That's all I bitches say. They see this racist life I have. Stop into the car and then we take them to the bed. It's a fast.
Out of this chamber by thugs, mobs, or threats. We will not bow to lawlessness or intimidation. We are back at our posts. We will discharge our duty under the Constitution and for our nation. And we're going to do it tonight. This afternoon, Congress began the process of honoring the will of the American people and counting the Electoral College votes. We fulfill this solemn duty every 4 years for more than 2 centuries. whether our nation's been at war or at peace, under all manner of threats, even during an ongoing armed rebellion and the Civil War, the clockwork of our democracy has carried on. The United States and the United States Congress have faced down much greater threats than the unhinged crowd we saw today. We've never been deterred before and will be not deterred today. They tried to disrupt our democracy. They failed. They failed. They failed to attempt to obstruct the Congress. This failed insurrection only underscores how crucial the task before us is for our republic. Our nation was founded precisely so that the free choice of the American people is what shapes our self-government and determines the destiny of our nation. Not fear, not force, but the peaceful expression of the popular will. Now, we assembled this afternoon to count our citizens' votes and to formalize their choice of the next president. Now we're going to finish exactly what we started. We'll complete the process the right way, by the book. We'll follow our precedents, our laws, and our Constitution to the letter. And we will certify the winner of the 2020 presidential election.
Why does he look like he's fucking possessed by Satan?
Will never dominate the United States Congress.
Oh, well then why are you guys fucking being criminals stealing the election, you bitch?
Our democratic republic is strong. The American people deserve nothing less.
Yeah, they deserve something better than you fucking weird turtle-looking ass bitch. Where's my money, by the way? Fuck off.
Democratic leader.
Mr. President. Mr. President, it is very, very difficult to put into words what has transpired today. I have never lived through or even imagined an experience like the one we have just witnessed in this Capitol. President Franklin Roosevelt set aside December 7th, 1941, as a day that will live in infamy. Unfortunately, we can now add January 6th, 2021, to that very short list of dates in American history that will live forever.
You want me to come back? Fine, but I'm extremely fucking demoralized.
Democracy was desecrated. Its windows smashed, our offices vandalized.
It's not all fun, you know. Not having
Americans
a lot of fun right now.
Hurriedly ushered out because they were in harm's way. The House and Senate floors were places of shelter until the evacuation was ordered, leaving rioters to stalk these hallowed halls. Lawmakers and our staffs, average citizens who love their country, serve it every day, feared for their lives. I understand that one woman was shot and tragically lost her life. We mourn her and feel for her friends and family. These images were projected to the world. Foreign embassies cabled home their home capitals to report the harrowing scenes at the very heart of our democracy. This will be a stain on our country, not so easily washed away. The final, terrible, indelible legacy of the 45th President of the United States, undoubtedly our worst. I want to be very clear. Those who perform these reprehensible acts cannot be called protesters. No, these were rioters and insurrectionists, goons and thugs, domestic terrorists.
How am I gonna listen to this absolute douchebag?
There were a few thousand violent extremists who tried to take over the Capitol building and attack our democracy.
This is the false flag.
They must and should be be prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
No.
Hopefully by this administration, if not, certainly by the next. They should be provided.
Yeah? Then what about motherfucking Antifa that does the exact same shit constantly all the fucking time for like 300 fucking days in a row?
And work to clear the Capitol and return it
What about that?
to its rightful owners and its rightful purpose.
Douchebag.
I want to thank the leaders.
This guy should be,
Democrat and Republican.
honestly, this guy should be publicly executed in the motherfucking middle of the street. Strung up.
And myself
Like a
came
fucking
together and decided
criminal
that these
from back in
thugs
the
would not
day.
succeed.
No, you're a thug, dude.
That we would finish the work of our Constitution.
You are against the Constitution.
In the very legislative chambers of the House and Senate.
You are a traitor to America.
But we know always
Look at
belong to the people.
Look at the smirk behind that shit.
Tonight.
You think it's so funny?
But make no mistake, my friends. Today's events did not happen spontaneously. The president who promoted conspiracy theories that motivated these thugs. The president who exhorted them to come to our nation.
Alright, guys, it's true. The two parties in America are both represented by people that are elected, but we all know that they're not elected, right? But they're put in power, okay, by somebody. And all of this is a clown show. You got this guy saying this bullshit to piss me off. You got people saying bullshit on the other side to piss everybody off. They're trying to divide America. The globalists are trying to divide America and make everybody hate each other. They basically had the chaos agents at the front door of the Capitol with hardly any security to let the people through. Of course, they want to control the narrative. They knew all this shit was going to happen. Dude, for all we know, the chick that got shot in the throat, not even real. So what I'm telling you is this. We're all being played by the 2%. Me and you both have no money, and we never will. And by the way, these people control so much that it's incomprehensible for me or you to ever think about. Both parties are controlled by the globalists. Who runs the globalists? I don't know, chat. That's up for you to decide. Also, even if anyone were to ever try to come down on these guys, there's no way we would ever be able to do it. Okay? Because they're that fucking powerful. 1984 is real. There exists no nations in the world. There's a small amount of people with the most amount of money, like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, that are basically controlling the world theater. You don't know how much money scientists, billions, trillions have went into this type of shit. Like this type of science of the rich manufacturing world events on a stage. So I want to leave you all with this. I'm not getting off, but this rant, I'm going to leave you all with this. These people control all the money on Earth. All of it. In space, there's asteroids that have so much gold, it would render Earth's economy useless. That's why they want to disencourage space travel and space mining. There's asteroids with so much gold. It's like how much gold we have times a quintillion or some shit. Also, the rich people that are controlling us, right? You'll never be able to motherfucking stop them. We will never be able to stop them. It's all in place, and no one can stop them. So, in the universe, we have space, which is ever expanding, infinitely. So imagine how far space has been infinitely expanding, and it's still going forever and ever outward. And we're still on Earth, which is getting smaller and smaller in the great grand universe. In the great scheme of things, none of this really fucking matters, does it? Because we're literally nothing. We're a speck of dust. None of our decisions mean shit, chat.
We do not encourage.
So there's your nihilistic point of view
today?
from Shizbang today. You're welcome. This is what happens when I get banned from fucking Twitch again. And this time, there's absolutely no reason for me to have been banned from
We disagree on a lot of
Twitch.
things, and we have a lot of spirited debate in this room.
I'd like to
But
reach in
we
my monitor
talk
and
it
punch
out,
this
and we
douchebag in the
honor
fucking
each
head.
other, even in our disagreements.
Possibly kick him in the fucking throat.
That person is not my enemy. That's my fellow American. And while we disagree on things and disagree strongly at times, we do not encourage.
Yeah, you have guns. They have
what happened today.
fucking stealth bombers that you don't even know exist yet. They have shit that'll kill you far before you ever realize what the fuck happened. They have actual heart attack guns.
The Secret Service.
You know what?
Stood in harm's way while we were.
You don't know what the fucking people have. Google heart attack gun. That's real. Okay? You know how many assassinations that have been carried out that are people that have had a heart attack? Look at that. Princess Diana.
Means.
She died from a car bomb. You know, they're doing it all the time.
Peaceful people in my state
JFK.
in Oklahoma want
People
their questions answered,
threaten
but they don't
to
want this
show
what
the
happened
truth,
today.
and if they don't acquiesce to the actual truth, they get
They want
killed.
to do the right thing,
Trump,
and they also want to do it
he's
the right
just
way.
I mean,
They want
I don't know
honor
for
the
sure. I thought he was
constitutional process, but they also
not a
want to have debate
puppet.
about election
But
security
after
because they
that
want to
Twitter
make sure
video
it's right.
I saw today,
Which
is
why
he a
it's an
puppet?
important
I don't
issue
know.
that still needs to be resolved. Transparency in government
Fuck all
just doesn't
that.
seem like a bad idea.
None of this matters at this
Obviously,
point.
the commission that we have asked
What are we
for
gonna do?
is not going to happen. At this
Where's
point.
Elon Musk? I'm
I
going to
understand
Mars,
that.
man.
And we're headed towards tonight, towards the certification of Joe Biden to be the president of the United States. And we will work together in this body to be able to set a peaceful
My whole shit is
example
fucked, guys.
for the days ahead.
For 30 days.
I yield the floor.
Democratic leader.
Senator from Nevada.
Like, what the fuck are we even doing here?
Senator from Nevada.
Mr. Vice President, I know that this room is full of leaders.
I gotta get my
As we continue to
dream
watch
key
the
for
proceedings unfold on the
for
Senate, something
live.
quite momentous has just happened, and I want to bring in your Capitol Hill correspondent, Casey Hunt, to help us go through it. First of all, we heard the statements of the Vice President, the leader of the Senate, Mitch McConnell.
Bitch, no one wants to listen to your dumbass. Who the fuck asked you to talk? The fuck is that? No one asked for your commentary, bitch. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead, weirdo.
Courts to the United States Supreme Court adjudicate legal challenges and election disputes. All of those things happened after the 2020 election. State houses and courts across the country took allegations of voter fraud seriously and followed the constitutional process to hear challenges to this year's elections. No state found evidence of any widespread voter fraud, and neither did any court ask to review the state's findings. In Arizona, Republican Governor Doug Ducey, Democratic Secretary of State Katie Hobbs, Republican Attorney General Mark Brnovich, and State Supreme Court Chief Justice Robert Rutenau all certify the results of the election on November 30th. And we know, we have heard, Arizonans have been voting by mail for almost 30 years. And Governor Ducey has expressed confidence in the state's process numerous times. In November, he said, "We do elections well here in Arizona. The system is strong, and that's why I have bragged on it so much." He further stated, "We have some of the strongest election laws in the country, laws that prioritize accountability and clearly lay out our procedures for conducting, canvassing, and even contesting the results." And they are right.
Arizona has one of the most transparent election processes in the country, with built-in accountability, starting with internal auditing. We have heard unfounded allegations that voting machines in Arizona and elsewhere somehow changed vote tallies or somehow improperly rejected ballots while claiming to accept them. These allegations all ignore the fact that Arizona counties conducted ballot audits by hand to double-check the machine counts, and these audits found no widespread fraud or irregularities. Maricopa County, the county where more than 60% of the state population resides, conducted a post-election hand count audit in the week after the election, which showed perfect 100% accuracy in the machine tabulations. So why would we need, my colleagues, to call for a 10-day emergency audit to be conducted by a legislative commission when it's already been done by the state of Arizona? What happened to states' rights? The audit involved checking ballots for the presidential election, but also ballots for federal and state legislative elections. The audit report shows every precinct's machine and hand count totals for each of the races audited. And for every single race in every precinct, the difference between the hand count and the machine count was 0. Maricopa's audit report stated no discrepancies were found by the hand count audit boards. Seeking to find any reason to contest these results, some of the state Republicans then tried to claim that Maricopa County failed to follow state law in conducting this audit by selecting voting center locations to audit instead of voting precincts. This was wrong. And this too went to a court. In rejecting this claim, state court in Arizona found that the county followed the properly issued guidance on hand audit procedures from the Arizona Secretary of State. And the court found that Maricopa County officials, therefore, did not lawfully have performed
because I hate streaming on YouTube.
Plaintiffs wanted it done. If they had done so, they would have exposed themselves to criminal punishment.
Hold on a second. I can do this
5
thing.
minutes is
Hold
expired.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. I would close by just saying, please, my colleagues, do not disenfranchise the voters of Arizona and certify their votes tonight. Thank you.
Majority Leader.
Mr. President, I yield up to 5 minutes to the Senator from Utah, Senator Lee.
Senator from Utah.
Mr. President, at the time I prepared my remarks for today, it seems like a lifetime ago. A lot's changed in the last few hours. And so I'm going to deliver some of the same remarks, but it has a little bit of a different feel than it would have just a few hours ago. My thoughts and prayers go out to the family members of those who have been injured or killed today. My heartfelt gratitude goes out to the Capitol Hill Police who valiantly defended our building and our lives. Well, it's true that legitimate concerns have been raised with regard to how some of the key battleground states conducted their presidential elections. This is not the end of the story. We each have to remember that we've sworn an oath to uphold, protect, and defend this document, written nearly 2.5 centuries ago by wise men raised up by God to that very purpose. That document makes clear what our role is and what it isn't. It makes clear who does what when it comes to deciding presidential elections. You see, because in our system of government, presidents are not directly elected. They're chosen by presidential electors. And the Constitution makes it very clear under Article 2, Section 1, that
you guys know the Discord, don't you?
Appoint presidential electors according to procedures that their legislatures develop. Then comes the 12th Amendment. It explains what we're doing here today in the Capitol.
Just go to this website, all right?
That the President of the Senate, the Vice President of the United States, shall open the ballots, and the votes shall then
Punished shizbang has arisen.
Define, and constrain